All right, so what we're looking at right here is the Mountain Guide tarp from Sierra Designs. It is a single piece tarp tent with just a single center support. It's 4-season, as you can read right there. It's 4 seasons. Here's the center support. Goes in this bag, and there's attached to the stake bag, which is incredibly convenient. Keeps everything nice and tight together. The whole thing fits in this one stuff sack. It doesn't cinch down much smaller than this, but it's incredibly lightweight, man. This thing is pretty cool. So I had a chance to set it up and take a look at it out in the snow. I didn't have a whole lot of time, so I really wanted to put it up and get a feel for the space inside and ease of setup and stuff. So I've learned a lot even in that small amount of time. The construction is awesome. It's 100% waterproof, obviously, and the ability to set it up in the snow the way you can would keep the elements out pretty good, as well as you can see, it's vented up here on the top, allowing for airflow and keeping the condensation down inside. Additionally, that center support is adjustable between a couple of different heights. I did not dig down the way this suggests. I didn't have the usual sport utility shovel with me, and I didn't feel like digging that day. So, but it gives you a variability between one height and another, so that gives you versatility to actually add cubic feet inside the shelter, which is pretty cool. In the snow configuration, I was trying to just use the stakes for just a minute, which allowed for a little bit of anchorage, but they slipped really easy. So I would have been much better served if I had just fanned these out, covered them with snow, and they would have been incredibly secure. These are great stakes as far as what you would get from the factory. They're not your chintzy garbage that you usually get with your average 1 or 2 person tent. These are great. Really lightweight, just like everything with this system. So it doesn't seem like it's going to be something that's too hefty. The amount of space it takes up is reasonable. This can fit 1 or 2 people, 3 if you really want to stretch it. So if one person's packing your whole shelter system, somebody else can be taking up space in their pack with something for everybody else too. So if you were doing it on your own, with a decent sized pack like a Kelty Red Cloud 110 or something larger, you'd be perfectly well suited to get most of what you need in there. If you were taking this on like a backpacking trip or a solo hunting trip or something like that. This the center support pole is also, it's probably between the stakes and the center support pole, they're probably the heaviest pieces. However, they're built really well. I'm going to roll in some footage of my little dude leaning up against this thing and just kind of hulking out on it for a second. It didn't give in to his weight. He's a pretty big kid for his age, but didn't see any damage to those. I wouldn't recommend you do any of that or have your kids throw their weight on it when it's set up or whatever. But it's a 4-season. It's set up for 4 seasons. It's set up to take some wind. It's set up to do all kinds of different things. So the system as a whole is really well thought out. So as you can see, it suggests that you could sleep 4 people across here. I'm a big dude. I'm a 6'5", I weigh 250 pounds. Everybody in our crew in Blue Tail Survival is over 6 feet tall, over 200 pounds, and we're working on it. Don't judge us, but from an internal square footage of 109 square feet, I don't know if that's going to be enough for all 3 of us, all our gear, and for comfort. Now, if you're out and it's wintertime and you want ambient body heat because there's no space for a stove or anything in there. If you want ambient body heat to keep it warm in there, I have no doubts that's going to work. The vents on top are definitely going to allow for airflow, but heat retention's probably going to be pretty good. We're all below this height. I didn't try standing up in it because I didn't dig down into the snow when I had set it up. But you could easily move around it a little bit. But as a teepee design, it's gonna limit a couple of things. So you're probably not hanging out in it if you got a larger crew all together without doing more of this option of digging it up and giving yourself some more space. So that is the Mountain Guide Tarp from Sierra Designs. And if you like what you see, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Keep an eye out for this out in the field, and we'll talk to you soon.